Jessie B. Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for Scraptember and 30 days of sketches. And this is a month-long hop, and we are on day 13, I believe. No, or day 12. Yeah, this is day 12. So the prompt, or here's the sketch first of all, and the prompt is cut files. So I'm going to try to use my counterfeit kit from August, since I didn't get to finish it up and I really want to. So that's the papers I brought in. The picture here is a picture of myself when we were at a 3D archery shoot, and this is where I hit a 10x or 11 points on this big buffalo at, I think this one was 40 yards, so I was pretty proud of myself. And then the cut files I'm going to use is this one here, and I made both of these cut files. So I've used this one before, but in black, and I really like it. And I think this time I'm going to back it and maybe even cut it apart. And then this one here is just one I made real fast, and I didn't do a really good job on it, but I think it's going to work great for this layout. So, yeah, let's get going. So I pick out my papers, and it was actually pretty simple. I brought in this brown cardstock, and then these other three papers that were actually right on top from my kit. I end up really liking them together, so that's what I'm going with. I am going to gut that bird paper down, cut it down, and then gut it, and so I can use it again later. And then I'll trim down the cardstock to be able to have a nice border all the way around with the bird paper. So I just want to remind everyone, this is a hop, so make sure you go and check all the people that are participating down below. And if you want more of a knowing who's going to participate each and every single day, head over to Christy's channel, and she has everyone that is putting up a video today if you want, or just go down through the list and see who has one up and who doesn't. Okay, so I'm getting this all glued down here, and I am going to cut this paper right in half and use that as like the black layer in the sketch. And then I'm using this mustard colored paper here as the other piece of paper in the background. I am going to gut this paper too and end up cutting it down just a little bit more because it's a little too wide. After I put it on, I noticed that. And so I'm going to do that, and there we go. But see how it's a little too wide? So I'm just going to take a little bit off, and I'll save those little scraps for a little while. If they don't get used in this kit, then they are going into the recycle bin. Okay, I'm looking for something to put into the center of my target here, and I did not like either of these two pages or papers. Yeah. Oh, I've seen my butterflies, so I'm pulled them back over to the kits, thinking, oh, I could add some butterflies. I don't. I also thought about fussy cutting some of those birds. I don't do that either, but it's okay. I didn't need them. It ends up looking good without it. And I do not do a lot. Actually, I don't really do any embellishing on this whole layout other than with this cut file here. Well, these two cut files. But So I was still thinking about that center, and I remembered this green that I used in one of the first layouts that I made um, with this kit, and so there was a little bit left, and there wasn't enough to do the whole circle, but that's okay because the picture covers it, and I think that green is just perfect for this. All right, so now I'm going to cut this um, cut file apart, and I get it into 3 big chunks, and I did that mostly off camera, so I just kind of, yeah, skip past that. And then I like this here as the corner, but I think I flipped, yeah. But this one flower is poking off there, and I don't like that. So I am going to end up cutting that flower off and then just adding it on top of the picture. And this makes a nice little half moon cluster around the picture, and I like that. So now I'm going to back this whole cut file off camera. I'm showing you here. There we go. And get all that backed. And then the centers, I didn't cut the centers out of the flowers. I wanted it to, they're all the same color as their petals. And I was going to bring in those brads that you see there in that blue container. And then I remembered these puffy dots that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I had added them to my kit. And they come in 2 different sizes, so I grabbed them instead. And I really think that they worked really well for the centers of these flowers. And I tried not to put like the blue with the blue or anything. I tried to make sure that each center was a different color than the petals. Okay, I'm going to get this cut file all adhered down. I just put some ATG and liquid glue on it and call it good. Placement is a little bit higher than I originally had it, but that's okay. It doesn't really affect it much. I'm going to pop up the picture onto some foam to give it a little bit of dimension, because this whole thing is just going to, other than those little puffy dots that I put the flowers, basically this whole layout is paper. So the foam helps give it a little bit different dimension. So place my flowers back where I had them, or pretty close to where I had them. And this one here, I'm going to go on top of the picture, so I am going to have to add some foam to those 2 bottom flowers. And I do have a little container of bits and pieces of foam on my table here, and so I just grabbed one that actually was fun foam, so it stuck. And yeah, I get those all stuck down there. And then I'm going to put this flower here on top. I'm just gluing it right to the picture. And get the rest of the flowers adhered down. Oh, excuse me. All right, so now I'm bringing in the drills out of the kit, and I'm just putting them in clusters of 3, just all along the flowers here. I really, really like how this layout turned out. I love the colors. The combination just is really pretty. And this cut file is so versatile. You can use it as a long um, strip, put it at an angle on 12 by 12. That's how I used it before, or just cut it apart like this. And cutting it apart, I really did not um, ruin any of the flowers. They were all still very full flowers, and I just really like the way that it looks. I had so much fun making it. I should try to make a couple more. I don't have a whole lot of cut files, but yeah, they're fun to make. Sorry about my bings getting in the way there. So finishing up these drills, and I'm looking at the picture and I thinking I forgot to back that picture. So I'm actually going to rip that picture off in a second and put some tissue paper behind it, because looking at it with this plastic on it, I really like that soft look all the way around it. And so I know I can get that effect with some tissue. So I'm just going to use one layer of tissue, and just enough to give it that soft, pretty border all the way around. And it didn't mess up my background to tear that up, except for that one piece of the cut file of the target, but it's okay. You never will see it. So I like the way that looks so much better. So I'm looking at it, trying to figure out what else I need, and I'm like, oh yeah, a title. So I grab these alphas out of my kit, and they are a gold foil, and I decide to go with So Cool as my title, and I have to use a 0 for one of the O's, and because I wanted the two, and so I'm going to trade, because I didn't want to use that capital O, so I'm using two lowercase, or I used the lowercase o for the so, and then I used the 2 zeros for the cool, so that they were the same size. And deciding where I want it, I'm just going to put it right about where it is on the sketch and get it all stuck down here. I got these alphas from the Dollar Tree too. And then I'm going to put 3 little drills beside the S and the L, and I'm going to call this layout done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I will be back again tomorrow for day 13 of 30 Days of Sketches and Scraptember. Thank you so much again for watching. Enjoy the close-ups. Bye.